Show and tell, hi guys, I'm Judy, and today I'm going to be watching Oshinoko Season 3, Episode 6. Last episode, we found, we focused a little bit on Akane trying to figure it out on her own, trying not to involve Aqua, and then Aqua calling her up, in his conflicted, with his conflicted feelings about whether to pursue his dad or just try to ignore it and move on with his life, which I'm betting, we all know where that's going. But I kind of was like, no, you have to make that decision on your own. I mean, she didn't know exactly what the decision was, but she was like, you have to make it on your own. And once you do, I'll be there to support you all the way. And then we shifted focus to Kana and her desperation, her feeling, really useless and like just feeling really dissatisfied with her work as an idol, with her position as an idol, and being very desperate to find, an acting job to further her career in acting, to start it up again. And she almost slept with the director in order to do that, but thankfully, I guess the director didn't actually do anything, thankfully, when she started crying about Aqua. And she left, except the girl that, helped her out, the actress friend that, had her meet the director, actually set her up. And I think she called the paparazzi on her. So they took pictures. And now there's going to be a problem, probably. Oh my god. Let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon for reactions. Subscribe. Let's go. Maybe that will force. I mean, we know that Aqua always interferes when there's problems, especially with people he cares about. I wonder if he's going to somehow, do something. Be forced to help Kana. He might even find a way to do it without her realizing that he's helping her, maybe. Maybe we'll be totally like badass and somehow like do things behind the scenes enough that she doesn't even realize. I don't want him to. I want her to realize. I want her to know that he cares about her, but he might pull it off. What a question. You just want the people to hate them. He does for some people. The stupid act, oh my god. Of course not. Like the way they push them to lie about their lives. Because they want a scandal or something. Yeah. They want people to be interested in some gossip. He's doing that on purpose? Okay, he's kind of an ass. Yeah, she sees how everything's a lie here. But that's how it is. Yeah, because they want to believe in that shit. Voice actors too? What the hell? I mean, it's one thing. Idols. I feel like idols. Wait. I feel like idols is like one thing because you see them, whatever. But voice actors, you don't even see them. You hear them. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe they're a bigger deal. I mean, I'm sure that they're a bigger deal in Japan. It makes sense to me. It feels like they take their job very seriously in Japan. Not that they don't take it very seriously anywhere else, but Japan seems to take a lot of things seriously. It's so stupid. I'm sorry. This is crazy. Is this her way to try to prove that she's not seeing any boys? What is wrong with people? Honestly. It's just insane that it's to this degree, honestly.
そんな芸能人のプロ意識も近年は少し変わってきている。
Oh.
一つ一つのニュースがとても弱くなった。
Okay, that's actually
スキャンダルは
good,
タレ
I
ントにとって
guess.
致命的なダメージではなくなり、今は
Okay.
熱愛報道を食らっても少し期間を置けば第一線に復帰で
Still
きる
shit
風潮
though.
ができている。アイドルの熱愛報道というのは大抵身内のリークなのだから。芸能界は決して綺麗な場所なんかじゃない。
In the hope of taking them down? Yeah.
時に逃げ出
What
した
an
くなるほど
ass.
シビアで残酷な場所だ。
You're an ass, girl. An ass.
ありゃ、どうやったって向いてない子はいる
She's
のよ。
talking about
ど
herself.
んな仕事でも自分の人生と合ってないと感じれば苦痛でし
She's
かない
talking
もの。
about herself. Quit. Quit, girl. Quit.
また暗い顔して。しばらくそっとしておいてほしい時期なのよ。
She's so depressed. I'm so depressed for her. Ah!
かなちゃんピーコマチやめるかも。
Don't you want her to? No, that would make things complicated though. He's dating
口では
Akane.
いろいろ言うけど、思ってること悟られないようにごまかすのよ
Yeah, she's really built up a defense
だけど
mechanism.
最近のかなちゃんはいつも思い詰めた顔してて
Why wouldn't she be?
結構
Everything
迷惑してるんだ
sucks!
と思うんだよね。このままじゃ
I'm gonna cry.
ちょっとやばいんじゃないかと思うんだ。かなちゃんをどうにかできるのはさ
Fakes her, no. No.
前も話しただろ。半端な真似はしない。
Mm-hmm.
無責任なことはしない。
I
それに
guess.
俺にそん
Even
な
though it sucks. Yeah.
これ以上かなちゃんを傷つけたくないんでしょ
You managed to hurt her, I think, the most that you could. Probably not. If you played around with her, yes, sure.
きっとアクタンのためにアイドルをやってる。アイドル
And now she's stuck there, doing it for nothing, for no one.
この世界に引き入れたんだよ。
Yeah, so you do need to take responsibility to some degree.
少しでいいから。
It's not his fault, he didn't even know that, but honestly, I don't even want him to some degree. I just want her to quit. Honestly, I just want her to quit. What did she get out of it? I don't think she's going to quit. I don't think this is where it's going, but I want her to. I don't see any reason why she should stay with them. We plan to publish a story on your talent. We're sure you would like to review the content and or contest certain points. Okay, they're given a warning. But I guess only so they could say they gave a warning. I'm betting you can't really contest anything.
島正則監督とのご関係についてお伺いできればと。
Because they saw you together. Because you're fucking friend.
マンションに入っていかれましたよね。島監督のスタッフはその前に帰っていたようです。この女性、あなたですよね。
なんて
非
いう
常に親密な様子に見えるのですが、黙ってないで何か。ちょっと、有馬さん。
She's just running away. Because she knew what she was. She almost said yes at some point. Even though he was. Ugh.
気に入られたら演技の仕事もらえるかもよ。
You're a bitch.
大丈夫だよ。
Yeah, she wasn't a friend at all.
だって私は何も。でも確かに。
Yes.
密室の空間にのこのこ行って。
And you came
この
out.
時間に男と二人で。
Yeah.
状況証拠だけで見たら真っ黒だ。
Yes. No one will believe you that you didn't do it. Like, I don't even. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I mean, like, because Ruby had that voiceover when she said, like, oh, scandals are a little less. Like, people make comebacks from scandals. I'm not even really worried about that. It's just the kana She's taking it very hard. Like, that's what I'm worried about.
待って。
She's taking it hard because it's... And also she didn't do
闇雲に
anything.
探したって見つからないわよ。
So it's just going to...
分かってる。でもじっとしてられないよ。もう話が入ってるのかもね。
Does he know about that?
幼くて脆い子供たちを食い物にして
Damn.
責任と重圧を押し付けすぎている。
What a way to put it.
子供たちの心と人生を壊しながらこの世界は回っているの。
That's horrendous. Oh my god. The way she just says it, like, that's how we do.
俺も出てくる。
Is he gonna go for the rescue again, like he did with Akane? Poor girl.
プロ意識なさすぎるだろ。
Who said that? She heard that in her mind?
周りに迷惑かけて平気なんだ。
Yeah, she's just imagining what people would say to her. Things that people have actually said to
スキャン
idols.
ダルが出たアイドルの末路なんて腐るほど見てきた。アイドルなら最後まで取らねえでほしかった。そういうの。
Fuck you, people.
出した金で男に迷惑かかることした。完全に負けた。
所詮アイドルのこと妖怪にしがみつく手段としか見てなかったんでしょ。
Which is kind of true, I guess. And I just want to say that, you know, kind of already had to deal with. There was like that one sentence where they said, "Oh, you act so high and mighty, and then you do this." Like she already had to deal with the problems of her attitude. So I feel like it hits her even harder that people would, you know, see her this way. She's just go through. Are you gonna find her? Do something.
その点、有馬なら気を使わなくていいし。
使いやこら。でもまあ、そういう相手に選んでくれたってのは悪い気はしないかな。
But he's gonna look for her. Please. Oh, he's in the same place.
仕事辞めたら全部許してもらえるかな。みんなが思う理想のアイドルと私は程遠い。ファンのためみたいな綺麗事を信じて活動できるほど
You're
純
not.
粋でもな
They
い。
don't deserve it. Fuck them.
青春派なんてどうにかしなきゃってあがいた結果がこれ。
I
どうしたら
know.
いいの？
It sucks.
わからない。ありのままの有馬かななんて誰も求めてない。
He did. Which sucks.
向いてないんだ。助けて。助けて。
He's here? Is he? Yeah. But you didn't see him.
今なんて言った私。
Okay.
がしんどい。
Yeah, I kind of didn't like it
それ
either,
は
to
さす
be
がに
honest.
きしょいだろ私。
No, I don't mean it that way. Come on.
ヒロインぶって誰かに許しを請うて。
Girl.
枕だのバイだの散々言われるんだろうな。
And? You okay with it? Yes!
手の暴言浴び続けてきたんだ。
Yes! Go up, girl!
全然好きじゃないんですけど。
Yes!
ファンに文句言われること怖がってんの。
That's what I'm talking about! Yes, you stay who you are.
私のまま
Yes!
この芸能界を生き延びてみせるから。
Oh, I love this. I love that he didn't need to help her.
有馬かなはこの程度で折れたり
He
して。
knows her.
あいつには B 小町の仲間たちがいる。
Really? We're including Ichigo in that?
必要ないんだよ。
Aqua! Fine, you keep telling that to yourself. Fine. You just have their pictures hanging in your room. If anyone walks in, they'll figure it out. Okay.
あそこだ。
That's his agency? Who is he
こう
representing?
いう仕事の方が向いてたのかも。
Maybe you're doing that. You know, you're already doing it all the time. Oh no. What? Is that him? What was he? What was he doing? What was I supposed to make of the? Is he like following her or something? Is he tracking her? Is he tracking her somehow? I don't know if it was. I mean, I think it's him, right? I'm not sure how I was supposed to understand that, but I think it might be tracking her movements now, which is so fucking fantastic. Oof. Wow, I loved this. I hated it. I hated it, but I also loved it. Because I felt that it was building towards something. I couldn't feel. I was like, especially after Ruby said that, oh, okay, times have changed, and now, and now because of social media, a lot of more scandals come to light. So on the one hand, yes, it's bad. Like people are more, like they more easily find out, these bad things about their idols, but also at the same time, it also kind of makes people more like, jaded a little. It's like, okay, another scandal, whatever, which is true. But still, it's a scandal. And, it was so heartbreaking to see it all, get to Kana. And I honestly wanted her to quit, but for her, she sees it as like, she wants this. She wants showbiz. Even if she doesn't like being an idol and she's not doing it for the sake of being an idol, it's even better if she uses it as like, okay, I'm not doing it for the sake of being an idol. I'm doing it to get to where I want to get to, which is, she wants to keep herself relevant in one way or another. And and before, when she was thinking about all those bad things that people might say to her, she was like, one of them said like, oh, you were only using this, to stay, to get to promote your acting career or something, and it was like a bad thing. She didn't want them to find out about her. But then at the end, she embraced it, and she was like, you know what, yes, this is why I'm doing this, and I don't care. And I was so proud of her in that moment. I honestly was so disappointed when she said, aqua, help me. I was like, really? It was just like, I felt like, because that aqua's not there anymore for you, that. And after all this, I mean, on the one hand, yes, it's heartbreaking and it's so sad, and it's like, oh, she still thinks about him, like she still wants him to be there for her. But I was so happy when she was like, wait, what am I doing? Like, no way am I going to wait for, a guy to come and help me, especially after he made it so clear that, as far as she's concerned, he made it so clear that he doesn't want anything to do with her anymore. So, and the way that she picked herself up, it was just so good. It was so it was so good. I was so happy to see that, because I was like just heartbroken for her throughout the episode. And I thought there was going to be another, type of situation where, Aqua saves her like he did with Akane. And he was like, okay, but where would that put them, really? Because if she knows that he saves her, then, it was like, where are we going from here? So I was like, strictly for Kana's character, I was so happy when she was able to stand on her own, to, pick herself up by herself. It was so powerful. And because, this whole thing, like, Memcha also talked about it, how she, she told Aqua, she only became an idol for you. And it's true. And it was like the thing that she focused on, in the last episode too. And it was heartbreaking to realize that, and to know that, okay, he's no longer there. But now, she needed that moment of realization of like, okay, this is where I am, and I'm stopping to mope. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to make the best of what comes. Whatever they throw at me, I'm going to rise up again. And I'm so proud of her. Like, she's so powerful. We know that. She's been kind of having to deal with everything on her own, and she clawed her way back. I mean, sure, Aqua was there to help, and but we saw her, we saw her struggle when she was like playing on the, what was it called, Sweet Love something, whatever, I don't remember, the thing where she played and she had to she couldn't really shine and she just, she was just little by little making her own way. And sure, the aqua helped, in some moments, but she was, she was going to do it herself. And she has a lot of strength in her, and I'm so glad that she found it all on her own. She didn't need anything from Aqua in order to be able to pick herself back up, and I'm so happy about that. It was like cathartic, honestly. And then of course we had the whole like irony, or I don't know if irony, but like disappointment, I guess, or frustration at the fact that Aqua was there to see it, and to, like, on the one hand you see that he trusts in her, that he knows her, that he's like, yeah, I knew she wouldn't really break down. He was still worried about her, obviously. Like, he still went out to find her. And he was there to see her, get back up on her 2 feet, and confirmed what he thought about her, what he knew about her. But at the same time, it also means that she doesn't need him. And it really paralyzes, is that a word? Anyway, it's a parallel to how he went to save Akane and did. And here with Kana, he didn't. He went to save her and didn't, because she didn't need him in that moment. It doesn't mean that she doesn't need him in general or want him. But for him, it's like this corroboration of like, okay, I decided to, step aside. I decided to push her away, and I'm going to do that. I mean, if she had needed him, I think he would have gone to her. Or, I mean, I guess, or at least he would have made sure that she was okay somehow, even if he didn't actually reveal himself to be there or something. I don't know exactly what he would have done. But he kind of knew that she didn't, and then he saw that she didn't. And it confirmed what he wants to believe, I guess. That he's doing the right thing, and that by keeping his distance from her, he, it's going to be better. And in some way, maybe it is. I mean, I honestly thought when she said, "Help me, Aqua," I was like, honestly, I don't want you to be with Aqua right now. I don't want you to. Like, I don't want this to be the relationship, for her to be like, for her not to be able to face challenges and just be like, okay, this is too much for me. Not that it's a bad thing, necessarily, to have a partner, to have someone that you love, that you can vent to, or something that can help you through hard times. It's a good thing, but it felt here that she doesn't have him. It's a different thing when you have a partner that you can rely on. But here she knows for a fact she doesn't have him. And then for her to think, oh God, please come and help me. It was just so sad, because I don't want her to be that, to be so stuck in this mindset that, that I love him so much and I'm never getting over it, and I'm never going to be able to, move forward from this. But here she can. And I needed to know that. Like, I needed to see it, and I'm so happy that I did. Even as at the same time, I'm so sad, because Aqua is just like, okay, yeah, she doesn't need me, and he walks away. And I mean, like, maybe she doesn't need you in that way right now. Even more now, I want them to be together, because she was able to pick herself up, because she was able to prove to herself that she doesn't need to rely on him all the time. And I think that's a good basis for our relationship, because now she's found, I guess, a reason to keep doing this, to keep fighting, to keep being an idol. And she knows for a fact it's not for the fans, and she's not, the idol material, but she's still going to do it her own way. And now, she's able to separate herself from him, from this idea of him. And that's really good for her. And I think it could be good for a potential relationship, maybe. Fine. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I just need to live with the fact that it might not. But I still like the idea of them. Anyway, because I love Kana. I just want her to be happy, okay? But she can be happy without him too. And I am so glad to know that. I mean, I thought that, But now that she's not moping about it anymore, now that she had this breakthrough, it just feels so good. It honestly feels so good. And I'm really happy about it. We'll see what happens with, regarding Aqua. I don't know. I mean, I kind of thought maybe something could change if, if she had to quit being an idol, then, she would be available for Aqua again. But honestly, no, because that would just make things complicated because he is dating Akane right now. And I don't want him to just drop Akane as soon as like, oh, wait, what? Akane is available? Never mind. Like, that would be horrible, obviously. So, not that I think Aqua would do that. I'm just saying that it would have put him in a very strange position. So right now he's just like, he's able to, fully cling to the idea that, okay, I'm leaving Kana behind. She doesn't need me. I can move forward with my relationship with Akane and focus on killing my dad. Like the good old times. Good old days. Anyway, I mean, he hasn't made that decision yet, but, Anyway, you might be forced to be making that decision if Akane gets involved and, Hikaru starts targeting her in some one or another. Hopefully he'll be able to find that out before something actually bad happens. Although, yeah, whatever. Oh, I also want to give a shout out to Miyako. Miyako's her name. Sorry. Miyako, I think that's her name. Saying, just plain and simple, saying outright, yes, this business thrives on preying on kids and breaking them. It's just, the way she said it just made me want to cry, honestly. Because she tends to be, like, she does all the things agencies should do. She, like last episode too, and it happened before. She just, like, the thing is, she doesn't try to hide it, and she just says it like, okay, this is what we, this is what is expected of you. This is what we do. And this is how the industry works. And she's, like, fully aware of it. And I think it weighs on her, and especially when she said it now here, like, fully aware. She's like, we're preying on kids. She plainly said it, and it's just, to be able to say it like that means that exactly what you're doing. Like, she's not trying to hide that fact from herself, at least, or from anyone really, because she'd said it. But, like, she's like, yes, I know what I'm doing here. And she's doing it because, it feels at least that she actually cares about these girls, even if she is she is part of the industry, and she is in some way, I guess, obligated to take part. She's not really obligated, but she's doing it because, well, Ruby wanted to become an idol, and so she's doing it for her in some way, but she's also at the same time aware very much of how this industry works. And she's like, yeah, this is what we're doing. God, it's just horrendous. I feel bad for her because I feel like she doesn't want to do this. She's doing it because she's doing it for Ruby. She's doing it, whatever. She's continuing, like, she's kind of doing it, but at the same time it feels like she hates it. So yeah, that was a really strong moment in the episode. This episode was incredible. I really, really, really enjoyed it. From the moment of, like, from the moment of despair, which kind of continued the theme from last episode, and just and just seeing kind of struggling so much and feeling so bad for her, and just being like, oh my God, please stop. And then seeing her, get back up. It was so amazing. It was great. I enjoyed this a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top Patreons: Redding Tear, And It Plays All Night, Tyranor, Michael Gabriel, Marsh, Stone Tree, and Antiquity. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.